Hello everybody, MinerNUN here. Glad you clicked on my video to watch. So today I'm going to show you the new temporary server, or spawn rather. Over the 4th of July weekend, had some extra time and I went around the whole world that we have and gathered up all the buildings and brought them into one location. I put in some roads, some sewers, and made it look like a city. Also, over the 4th of July weekend, I learned how to use the note blocks, and I put doorbells and stuff in certain buildings, so have fun exploring for that. I have like 4 different songs, actually about 5. So here's the main street. Looks like the officers out front of the MinerNUN building. Over there we have a Chinese restaurant, and that's the entrance to the seaside resort with the beach and stuff, a lighthouse. A little starting area for new members, get some free food and some free armor and supplies or weapons, and they can make some armor because I got some free iron for them, some coal to smelt it up. Looks like we got an old ship out in this port. By the way, I mentioned the sewers. There's one of the sewers right there coming out from underneath the street. Got our little clock tower, McDonald's. Oh, everybody likes McDonald's. And here's one of those manhole covers. We'll just pop down there quick. I actually made miles of tunnels, and I get lost down here myself. So I'll just show you that there's this is more or less the start of the sewer system. Goes over there and gets really complex, and it turns into a big giant maze. I suppose we'll have some fun down there later. But I'm going to head down Main Street here, go past McDonald's. We can look at that earlier, more in depth. Big giant truck stop sign for McDonald's. Technically, here's my map of our new world. It doesn't look terribly big there, but there is a lot of content in here. And actually, I take that back. Some of these maps haven't been updated, so there's a lot more buildings than it looks right here. I need to update that. So, down here is our first intersection. We have essential signs all over town, so you can change the weather or the time. I actually like at night because I made my city kind of made it feel alive. So we got the stoplight up here. It's going to turn to red and go back to green. That's one of our newest stores. I put a big giant open sign because I couldn't figure out what to call it. But there's a shop in there that you can buy items and sell some items to get money to play in this world. This is our little arcade. I brought all my mini games to one area and kind of made a little arcade theme. This is my newest game. I haven't come up with a name for it yet, but it's actually kind of fun. The object of it is you put a villager in there, and you have to get them to walk across those pressure plates to light up the lights behind here. Once the lights get all the way to the top, this steel door over here will open, and that happens for each player. If you notice over here, that villager lit all his lights up. His door opened, and actually he's down there having the time of his life until I push him into the drain. So once he gets down there, he pushes a pressure plate, turns on the light. The first one to get their light to turn on wins, and their little song will come on. You just heard it, but yeah, that's actually kind of fun. And then the other mini games I have is down the arcade here. You get your tokens here. Little Batman going on. Dun dun. Batman. Okay, you can turn that off right here because some of you might get irritated. So this game is the first game I made. It's Connect 4. We use red and normal sand blocks to play the game. Apparently I'm in creative or survival. But yeah, each player takes a turn and they drop their blocks down. You know, what slot do you want? Bam. You know, whatever. Take turns, and the first one to get 4 in a row wins the game. Everybody knows how to play Connect 4. Come back. Oh. And then once the game is over, or whoever wins, you come over here and hit this lever, and they'll all fall down, and you can start the match over again. Close that up before you put your first brick in for that pistons close, where they don't fall all the way through. Then this is a game I haven't put on YouTube yet. I just haven't came up with a name for it, but I'm pretty proud of it. So I have this 9 cube die behind us. It's totally random. 1 to 9 lights could light up. Therefore, you can get random 1 through 9 to roll or to move your spaces. Every space on the game board up here has their own lever to operate the die. And for when it's their turn, they don't have to move anywhere. They can just stay on their square and say, I'm on the diamond. I'm on the diamond. So I flicked the switch, and I rolled 5. So I would turn it off and move my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I would wait my turn until it was my turn again, and then I go ahead, flip the lever. I only got 3 this time. So 1, 2, 3. So you get the point. I have a couple traps that you have to fall through, and they take you back. And I have one trap that actually pushes you ahead a few squares. And I have one sign here that puts you back a couple squares because you forgot your friend Steve go backwards 5 squares. But nonetheless, that's that. We've had some fun on that. I actually made some videos, but they didn't turn out perfectly, so I didn't post them. And here's just a stop or red light, green light kind of game. It's totally random. It could be green or red. Obviously, the zombies and spiders are playing with me because you have to get off the pressure plate for the light to turn back off. But come see the server, and you can check these out for yourself. So before I leave, I'll just turn on the music again so the next person that comes in hears a little Batman theme. So we'll exit the arcade and try to wrap this up in another couple minutes because I got to keep them under 10 minutes. So here's our store. I'm going to run in because it has a different song, or a different doorbell rather. Pretty generous to our new members. They can go around and find cobble, dirt, or even the red roses, which are called poppy. They're pretty rare because they don't bloom everywhere, but if you find 5 of them, I'll give you $1,500, and you can go buy some higher end items over here. But I'll get all the items in the store eventually. So we're coming down here. This is an airport. It's full of warp signs in there, so you can warp to different areas of the world. My first hotel, each room is furnished. I have a huge one that's 36 floors in world or warp blur, and the staircase goes all the way up, but that's pretty cool. A friend made this building. I made some fire hydrants out of maps. How come I'm not drawing in right here? Some stop signs. Stop. What the heck? I have some cars. Got the fire station up ahead. Actually, the fire station has some lights that you can turn on for it ain't so dark. You probably can't notice, but the whole top is full of lights. Got our trolley station. Trolley goes underground and comes out several other places around the map. Here's our Ace building. It's not Ace Hardware. It's our ammunition, or it's, what do I call it? It's the automatic combat equipment store. We have some hotels. Got to wrap this up in 30 seconds. We got one of them is on fire. Fire department is on the scene. Has his hose hooked up to a fire hydrant over here. Ain't I a clever Minecrafter? Gonna make a cool bazaar down this alley, like a China market, but